We were just discussing our admiration for your country's customs, the joy of going about in leg warmers and tivas.
Oh. Far out, man.
Reeking of opium.
Oh, yes, well.
You're so pleasantly occupied with gardening.
Ooh!
You know, the weeding, raking, and watering.
Oh, the watering. I embark on it as soon as I get home from the office. Pausing only to change into the gardening clothes. You're right on, man.
Why, last evening, I gave those greedy poppies 32 trips to the well with a great watering can.
A wholesome pursuit indeed.
Oh, and just an appetizer to the delights that await us indoors. Oh, yes, I'll find a hot meal.
And a savory soup.
Pair of sausages.
Ooh. And a bit of cheese.
Oh, empty a bottle of liquor and collapse into bed.
It is, oh, baby, you okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's paradise. Now, whoa. Make haste with the ham.
Mm-hmm.
Ham?
So, Jesus, who was the young lady in the wagon who stopped you on the road earlier today?
Oh, yes, indeed. Which woman, man?
Woo-hoo-hoo.
The tall young one holding the reins, or the 6 or so giggling friends? I saw it all from my window.
I believe it was the tall young one.
I said to myself, she must be the niece of the Prophet Muhammad. Her uncle has a summer place down the road, you know. Perhaps he's taken her in. She is pretty.
She might be pretty. Who can tell? All one can see is her eyes and her general shape.
Her name is Irene.
Well, too bad she comes with a jail sentence.
True that.
What do you mean?
It's against the law for a Jew to date a Muslim, at least in Herod's kingdom. Sure enough, there's a punishment for that sort of thing.
You know, I blame the fashion of allowing young ladies to roam around disguised as bed linen. Now, you could tell me that it's part of their tradition, but still, I find it dehumanizing.
Perhaps, but still convenient for adventure.
Mary.
Oh, I'm sorry. You still believe in innocent young women.
Whoa. Now let's cool it, friends. Or will that leg of mutton go flying into the garden, along with the dishes and the lentils and the fava bean stew?
That's a turkey, baby.
Oh, I have some very nice stories. Young ladies of fashion, vacation Bible school, Girl Scout camp. Girls leave these places exhausted and blasé with a distaste for men's society. And then they're given to you, you set of simpletons, as if there were an innocent woman. Fashionable or not fashionable, all girls don't know how certain things are.
Hey, where you going?
As for me, when I was 12, I had nothing more to learn. Nor you either, Judy.
Oh, naturally.
There are young women and young women, and one can still find in families.
Oh, yes, family.
Hold your tongue.
Bumpkin.
Hussy. Fortunately, this will end soon. I have not long to live with you.
Go, get out. I shall be delighted.
And I think that 3 years in prison, a lost name and a life ruined, is paying dearly enough for one act of passion and folly. I'll sign your petition, Harriet.
For my part, I sign nothing, accepting no liability for that unlucky tax collector, Zacchaeus.
Enough. Sorry, guys. Anyone can see Jesus isn't in the mood.
Not at all. I desire perhaps to know the extent of my jealousy.
Oh, how you must have suffered when you first found out.
It's true, I hated them with a successor's hatred, a raging desire to spring upon them and to gnaw their faces. But you said the feeling would pass away. Now they're like faces of acquaintances, almost of relatives, uncles from a distance whom I meet again.
Mary, always a pleasure to see you, and Jesus, Christ. You know these gentlemen?
Please, join us.
Thank you. Yes, one. Always a pleasure to see you, and good looking as ever, I say. But Mary, let me see. Why, the face has lasted, but the figure. Perhaps a visit to the gym. See what a falling off there is. Are they not old? Are they not worn out? Why? You and I are the only good ones left.
Oops, Peter has forgotten his age again.
Since you carried off my mistress, perhaps I have grown older, but like you, Matthew, I have sought other joys and felt other pains. Now, look at us both and say frankly whether I am the more ancient. 58 years old in 3 months. Well, what does that prove? Is it age that makes a man old? Should I totter about, nodding my head and shuffling about with feeble limbs? No. At 60, one walks more upright than at 30 because one is cautious, and the women will stick to one still if the heart is young and warm and animates the body.
Oh, do you believe that?
Nevertheless, you're always saying there's nothing like youth. You swear by it.
Why, I suppose my Jezebel proves the rule. She's my new model, 18 years old, plump and dimpled all over. She's one of the people and of the marketplace where her mother sells chickens, a good little child. I am quite gone for her because she says the silliest things.
So you're in for it again. In 6 months, there'll be another separation and tears, desperate rages, ready to kill everyone.
Oh, it's true, nothing lasts. One takes somebody, and one separates.
Why take anyone, then?
Exactly.
Look at you, Herod. Remember your rule, one night or marriage. You seem to be joined together for life with your Philistine woman.
Yes, Phyllis and I. I did make one small exception for her, but we've not gone in for regular housekeeping. There'll be no rupture in our case, scarcely a leave taking. We have a 2-month agreement. On the last day of the term, we shall part without despair, without surprise. I'll say goodbye, and she'll return to her small apartment, which she still retains. She lives on the 3rd floor, above the entresol.
Oh. Yes. A little too convenient for throwing oneself out the window.
Just the other evening, she pouted about my leaving, and I said, let us go to dinner and talk nonsense.
Oh, yes, that's the thing.
Dominus vobiscum et cum spiritu.
What's that?
Oh, it means let's amuse ourselves while we're young.